good morning. Sorry, Cat from Thailand. How are you doing? It's Thai here from Thailand. Hope you're doing well. It's one souk. Yes, one souk. That's you. Friday here in Thailand. I hope you're doing well. And it's me, Thai. We got a beautiful sunny day here. The sun is out, the sky is blue. There's a bit of white out there, for instance, but it's mostly a lovely sunny day. But temperature above 30 degrees, and I can feel it as well. A big difference from yesterday. The last couple of days where we've been a bit of cloud. And you've been noticed on social media or whatever when we were talking about we had a bit of rain, and when it rains here, it just rains, just like they did in America during the thunderstorms. When it rains, and it comes down, and but after about an hour, etc., it all dries up and everybody's fine and everybody goes on their way. But it's something you get used to. So, but I know it's all new in the UK and everything like that. But so anyway, but I'm not going to go through into that. Have some nam. Anyway, guys, just before I start, I just want to offer my condolences to Diogo Jota and his so his wife and parents and his children. It was an awful to see that yesterday. I think it's upset the footballing world. Certainly upset Ruben Dias and Bernardo Silva, for instance, from the city, from Man City, and best friend mates is a Liverpool fan, for instance, so he was upset about it. To me, I thought he come across as a really decent guy. I loved him and seen him at City, but again, he's City, young, 28 years old. Wow, it was nothing. I think he just got married as well, so difficult as well, and then it just shows you how important life is, and each and every day you've got to be, you've got to look after yourself in the best way you possibly can and take care in the roads, because you never know, and just try and live and smile in the best way you possibly can. Also, I believe Man's died as well. He's 67. I think he was the guy from Kill Bill. For instance, I think he's passed away as well. But Diego, wherever you are, and God bless you, and hope that, for instance, you'll be reunited again with your wife in the future and your children. Terrible, absolutely shocking. Ruben Dias, my tribute to Diogo Jota. I can't believe it. You won the first Premier League. You won your first Premier League. You won. We won the Nations League title together. You're married. It doesn't make any sense. We won't forget you. The man, the father, the brother, the son, and the tireless and the talented compassion and comparisons. You've always been on the field. May you rest in peace. From Ruben Dias. Okay. Ruben Dias Diego. Yeah, terrible. Absolutely terrible. Really. And also his brother as well. His brother, Andree Silva. So, terrible. Anyway, so... Man City offered their condolences as well. So, but yeah, terrible, absolutely awful, guys. Hope you're doing well. Yesterday, for instance, I woke up this morning, and after my little rant yesterday, for instance, and I was thinking a little bit bad. As you do. For instance, you wake up in the morning, you always think, oh well, maybe I basically went overboard yesterday about the people, for instance, who had a go at Edison and went on to his, for instance, his wife's Instagram account, etc., and was very abusive towards her as well. But I woke up this morning. I went onto YouTube, etc., and New York Gork does a very good channel. For instance, sometimes I believe with 90% of what he says. Sometimes I don't, but I think he's a good, honest City fan. For instance, in America, New York, and he's a medical student, I believe so. But he does a good channel and makes me laugh sometimes, quite a few times really. But he actually went up and did a attack as well. On the Edison hate as well. And he says again, it's democracy. We have no problem about people who basically, for instance, who offer a, for instance, people we don't always agree. Maybe need somebody new in the club. Maybe, but as he said, there's a right way and a wrong way to do it. And what these people did, I think Ibrahim was one of them. For instance, Amelia 10 or something like 2030, for instance, yeah. Underscore 2030, I think there was one other one. Yeah, so for instance, one person didn't speak, he couldn't even write English properly, for instance, to his when he called out his when he wrote on the Instagram account of Edison's wife, and and it was very, very, very rude, and he is disgusting. These people are disgusting, they really are. And but there's a right way to criticise and there's a wrong way to criticise, and there you go. And as Diogo, as New York Gork says, he said there was other people, for instance, also accountable for the goal as well. He called out Bernardo Silva. He called out a few other players, like Ruben Diaz, also. And again, as like I said, a ball goes from the top end of the pitch, okay, and he has to go through 10 other players before he gets to Edison. So you've got 10 other people, for instance, also have an opportunity. What's it called? The idea is to keep the ball in the back of their net and not keep it in our net. So, for instance, it's got to go through this group before it gets to Edison in the first place. Could he have done better? Sure, we can be in democracy. We can always turn around and say yes. But then again, could have other players done the same thing? Yes. So was he at fault for this, for everything? No, because again, a goalkeeper to me is like for instance, he's like a striker, for instance. So he's the last line of defence, okay? And if he doesn't save it, for instance, regardless, his spotlight is, it's highlighted. If he makes a mistake, it's highlighted more, like Erling Haaland, if he misses a chance, more than, say, a midfielder or a defender, that kind of thing. So to sit there and say Eddie was at fault for the for the Man City's defeat against Al is totally wrong, absolutely wrong. And in my opinion, and for instance, I could put the blame on quite a few players as well as the manager. But again, for instance, people have a right to complain, but do it in the way they did it. For instance, in calling Edison out was disgusting. What also I was backed up yesterday in my comments is the fact that not New York, God, what was his name? Typical City, Johnny on Typical City, did like for the flags, and on a comparison, and he did a comparison of everything of what the goalkeeper does on for instance, and everything about what the goalkeeper does, and he compared to Edison and shot stopping and crosses and penalties and everything, and he compared it Edison and his ability. He went through quite a few. Traits what a goalkeeper does, and his play out from the back, his shot stopping, his penalty saving, blah blah blah. And he compared it with Stefan Ortega, Costa, Man City been linked with, Chevrolet, with Man City been linked with, and Trubin, Man City's been linked with. Compared them all that, and he went through these on his Typical Cities on his website, and he said, and basically it's also on my thumbnail. And the thing is, all those players. Right, so all those stats, so all the stats put together, there was one man who stood out. One man, and that was Edison. So Edison's number one. He was a goal over than Trubin. He's better saver. Chevrolet in that one, I believe. Other than that, whatever. But other than that, the mere fact that he was number one, that says, and that's what I'm saying. You can sit there and criticize it when the mistakes, but overall, assist is play from the back, his dribbling, is everything. He comes out number one. and he's a better goalkeeper than any of these. So if we lose him to hate, honestly, I just want to. I want to. I'll be so angry because if it's down to so-called City fans having a go at Edison, pure and simple, because he didn't, save, he made a few mistakes here and there. Then I'm sorry, and and then people have gone on and hated him, and he said, "Oh, I'd rather go elsewhere than listen to that." And and his wife, well, off and says, it's absolutely disgusting. It really is. We've got a lot to be grateful for Edison, and I was delighted when I found out that he was staying. Okay, he was going to stay, but now I'm a little bit question mark. I'm take that as well. So last thing we need is that. My God, honestly, is that seriously, the players have got to get used to the goalkeepers. Goalkeepers are just as much as important as the central defender or Rodri or Erling. We've got to fight about getting how to, and he knows the club. He knows how the players play. He knows what, and he's so important to the way we play, Edison. So, just stop it, honestly, nonsense. If you don't believe me, go on Typical City, go on Johnny's website. For instance, he did it. He's gone through the lot, and he took his time to go through a lot. And Eddy clearly was the better goalkeeper. Maybe not on penalty shooting, but everything else, he came up number one. So really, people really need to take a breath. Right. Just before I'll pop into the last one, Edison's wife, Morales, now limited restriction comment on Instagram post and as the abuses and a threat to her family. Yeah, it's absolutely shocking. Go away. We little things which go phlegm, right. Okay. So appears that, for instance, we're looking. We've signed. I look like we're signing a guy, an under 18, a guy. I think that's you. Is that Dante Headley? A long-term contract with the club from Newcastle, but I'm not so sure. But I know we're signing a new player from Rico from Fabrizio Romano. I believe, for instance, the players not due back. They've gone away or holiday, doing what they're doing. And they'll return back to training on the 28th of July. 4-week break and 18 days before the Premier League season begins. So we're back on the 28th of July. So for pre-season, so that'll give them a good 4 weeks away. New contract talks away between Rico Lewis and an extended contract. Excellent. They were talked about Ruben Dias and Rodri's transfers contracts. So hopefully that we can get that done. I believe the issue with Rodri wasn't serious. Yeah, Ruben Dias, Rico Lewis. So that's excellent. So we're very happy for those guys getting new contracts. We have to say welcome to Andree. I don't know how to pronounce your name. I've lived in Scandinavia for 10 years. Jeglertz. Right, okay. So I'm looking at it. J-E-G, etc. Yeah, Danish. So yeah, I speak Danish, etc. Andree, Jeglertz. But you have to, in Swedish, you have to sing. Yeah, So yeah, he's the new head coach of the women's football. So welcome to Manchester City. Happy we've got you in. For instance, so he's a 53-year-old Swedish coach. He's actually current at the Euros at the moment, managing Denmark. Denmark with an A. Denmark. For instance, so I look forward to seeing him there. He was a defender. He played 25 games. Alice Svenskan. He's in top flight, and Malmö. I used to go Malmö quite a lot. FF, as well as turning out for IFK, Trelleborg, Umeri FC, and IFK Hellesholm, and Gummers CK. He also was a free caps for Sweden's under 21 national team. But he has got an impressive track record as well. has him in the women's football. A two-time winner of the Dilemma Svenskan Manager of the Year while with Ubedek also won FIFA World Cup, the Champions League 2004, which is pretty good. He guided Ulm to two more UEFA Women's Cup finals in 2007, 2008, winning before IF in 2009. He also forayed in the international management with women in 2010, 5 Euro. It was only the third time in 2019, just missing out right in the first World Cup appearance 2 years prior. His those was also named manager of the year 2012, and after a brief return to the Ulmer in 2017, also 2 years at Linköping, in the back of his nest in Sweden. Also manager in 2023 World Cup, so pretty decent. Okay, so Francis, yeah, so he's qualified to Spain, which is pretty. He's now in Group C with Germany, Poland, and Serbia. So yeah, so he's off the national squad. So yeah, well, he sounds a very articulated man, smart as well. I think he would what we need. People leaving, and for instance, a few people in as well the list, and we need a bit more. Off on Spain, one today as well. Yeah, so but Man City's women director of football, Tiara Sorgan, said Andree begins a wealth of experience at the top level of the game, as well as a real hunger to drive Man City forward. And the first half against in Ruben, also that why we had a success at that level. It's clearly determined to build out there here as coming years. Pretty impressed. He was really. I started walking around the interview in the Joe Stadium, and yeah, so he's after United. We'll see how Denmark will qualify, get on in in the Euros. But welcome to Manchester City. We need for instance, anyways, I'm going to get going. So love you and leave you. Welcome to him. Welcome. I hope I hope Edison stays. Rest and I'll speak to you tomorrow. So have a really good day. For a cat from Thailand, like and subscribe. Tell me what you're thinking. Are you happy with him? Follow my but I'll be back tomorrow and we'll have a chat of any news of Man City. Any further news of Man City? There must be a way I can do that better. Anyway, guys, love you and leave you. Sorry, cat from Thailand. Take care.